René Descartes is considered the father of modern philosophy. He was born in 1596 and he died relatively young in 1650. His philosophy is like a big thought experiment. He tried to doubt about everything, to see if by doubting about everything he could reach some truth, some reliable truth, a certain truth. So he imagines that instead of God there is an evil genius who is entirely committed at deceiving him. I will regard the heavens, the earth, colors, shapes, sounds, and all external things as nothing but the bedeviling oxes of my dreams, with which he lays snares for my credulity. I will regard myself as not having hands or eyes or flesh or blood or any senses, but as nevertheless falsely believing that I possess all these things. In his second meditation, he goes back to this and he wonders, but is there something I can trust that comes from the body, from the senses? So what about moving or being nourished or sensing? And the answer is no. So he imagines that he doesn't have a body. He writes it, since I do not have a body now, meaning that in this thought experiment I don't have a body. So what else? What about thinking? And this is his truth. I think, therefore I exist. In his Latin original is cogito ergo sum. It's a very famous line, which Augustine used many centuries before with a slightly different meaning. But for Descartes, this is the truth. I exist even without knowing that I have a body, even without knowing anything about anything else, but I'm certain that I exist because I think. I'm a thinking thing. And what about this I? So in I think, what is this I? So for Descartes is a second question. So now that I know that I exist, I ask now, who is this I whom I know? Most certainly, in the strict sense, the knowledge of this I does not depend upon things or of whose existence I do not yet have knowledge. So just to be clear, he doesn't know anything else about this I when he thinks that he is certain of existing. Not even, for example, if he's a man or a woman, or if he's French or American. So, is this really possible? But what strikes me most is that that he wrote this in Latin. He was thinking in Latin, cogito ergo sum. Can this be really detached from the body? Because he was, let's follow his method about, his method about doubting about everything. Can you really trust your thinking in Latin? Can you think without using bodily parts in any way? Think about it. What is language? Language is something that we struggle to learn as babies over the years, and it takes a lot. And if people don't talk to us, it's all about mouth, ears, sounds, writing symbols, learning symbols, seeing symbols. It's all about matter and body. But without speaking, we don't even think. If a baby is nurtured by apes or wolves, he wouldn't be able to think. This is something that unfortunately we know by experience today. So when Descartes thinks in Latin, he should know better. He should know that Latin is about having a body and having lived a long life as an educated child in his family. Without that bodily life in a culture in which he learned Latin and he could think in Latin using images, he couldn't even have his own doubt as a philosophical method.